Now, all that's left of this entire storage facility is the concrete foundation, and all of this inventory is going right in the dump. And I want to kind of pan down real quick and show you some of the water again here near US 33. This is over a foot of standing water. All you have to do is type in a prompt right here. I've asked it to write me an essay on Beethoven's life. You hit enter, and then boom, it starts spitting out paragraph after paragraph of information. Drew, do you like my outfit? Don't worry, you don't have to be jealous because I am live at the Lighthouse Family Thrift Store. It's brand new, and you can come shop till you drop and look just as fabulous as me. The hunt, let me tell you, it's definitely on. I am live from downtown Wabash at the Paradise Springs Park, honestly trying not to get trampled by the hundreds of kids that are out here today. They are searching, they're sprinting, they're running to make sure they get every last egg. Jack, I did notice that you happen to not be wearing any green, and a Good Samaritan brought you your Shamrock friend so that you don't have to get pinched. Tell me, what is his name? Dozens of community members have brought bouquets of flowers to Bailey's car over the last few days, and ISP has placed a black cloth over the windshield to represent their time of mourning. Now behind me, this is what used to be a huge window on the side of their building. Now it's just shattered glass and boards. And they tell me that when they arrived at the scene, when the owners arrived at the scene on Friday night, they found debris all over the property, and they also found several of their company cars with similarly shattered glass. Some of them, they say, even had 2x4s straight through the window. When you're in a thrift store like this one, you can be anything you want to be. So today I chose to be a traitor to my own team.
This prize table right behind us.
The prizes. Well, let's take a look. This is the real loot. I mean, as much as I love a good Sour Patch candy.
Oh,
What's your favorite candy, Morgan?
Also probably Sour Patch.
See, it's a classic. But even better than that, this is the real loot. There are 50, right? 50 prizes?
Yes, 50 individual prizes for 50 individual people.
Wow. And I'm seeing here, there's Mickey Mouse, there's Princess Belle over there. We've even got one of those stackable ring things for the younger kids. This is pretty amazing loot. But Morgan, as awesome as these prizes are, why do you think so many people come out every year? What's the real reason? 'Twas 2 weeks before Christmas when on 126 North Huntington, Santa prepared to grant Christmas wishes again.
Are you gonna get off of work?
No, I'm at my busiest right now.
Santa sits outside Jerry and Linnea Mazok's home every night at 7:30 during the Christmas season.
It's my love and our love for the most significant celebration of the most significant birth in the history of mankind.
Mazok has invited people over to meet Santa for 32 years. Some are first-timers, like David Allen's family.
Came by, saw the pretty lights on all the trees, and swung into the parking lot, and then we saw Santa Claus walking across the road. We're like, oh, is that Santa Claus? And they're just glued themselves to the window.
Others have visited Santa for years.
So I got to know them, and they became like family almost. Wonderful people.
Santa asks every child what they want for Christmas and gives them a piece of candy. But sometimes adults need a dose of holiday spirit too.
Glad you brought your family and friends out tonight. Yes. After that terrible, difficult day you've had at work, you get a little Christmas cheer for free.
After folks see Santa, they can walk the grounds of Mazok's property, where if they took the time to count, they would find exactly 48,695 lights. And then they hear Santa exclaim as they drive out of sight,
Merry Christmas!
To all, and to all, a good night. Tara, I'm live at the Drake Terrace Apartments in Kendallville, where police say that man fired hundreds of rounds overnight at this apartment complex. Now behind me, you can see they're still trying to board up this damaged second-floor apartment building where police and SWAT teams actually had to tear off the walls to get the man who had barricaded himself inside. But as I spoke to residents today, I learned that the property damage was not the only wreckage left behind. 13-year-old Jaden knew his neighbor Michael was not a safe person.
He rides around town on a little pocket bike.
I only saw him once.
We just, everybody called him Crazy Mike, so I was just like, oh, there goes Crazy Mike again.
But he never thought he'd have to go into protective big brother mode until yesterday on the playground.
He started hearing, like, just pop, pop, pop.
And that's my initial thoughts was those were gunshots.
Indiana State Police say the shooter started open firing on the complex from inside his second-floor apartment at around 7:30 p.m.
So I picked up his skateboard and I was about to pick him up, but the cops said, run, just run.
They weren't the only ones at the park. Allie and Livia's minds and feet raced.
Are we gonna like die, or are we gonna be like a hostage?
They all ran into their apartments and hid.
We're huddling in my parents' bedroom. It was super scary.
Trying to stay as quiet as we can so he didn't hear us.
The shooter fired hundreds of rounds, according to police.
My house is like all torn up.
SWAT teams finally took him into custody just after 6 a.m. He died from his injuries while inside the ambulance. Police say they don't yet know what those injuries were, though. But the hours of gunshots left material and emotional wreckage behind.
It scared me. Then I started crying a little.
It's kind of nerve-wracking still.
They say they're relieved to be alive, but it will take time before they feel safe again. And the kids' parents tell me their schools have reached out to offer counseling, and they will probably take advantage of that just to make sure they truly process the entire event. Live in Kendallville, I'm Briana Byus, Fox 55 News.
Bailey did exactly what all of us knew he would do.
Our Bailey was killed in the line of duty on March 3rd, 2023.
He was a superhero in the background.
Just like every superhero, the uniform gave him the strength and the confidence to pull his own identity out of that uniform and share it with the world.
Badge number 7858 is all over town.
It really hurts, and it's devastating.
It's such a tragedy. It's very sad the way it happened, but we do have to come out here and support our police departments.
It was such an incredible, unselfish love for his community.
They called me to tell me it's my officer down.
He is survived by his wife Amy, son Joseph, and daughter Sophia.
Oh, with 21 shots going up, I wish you had.
Rest in peace, Beetle. We'll take it from here.
'Cause 50 short years ain't enough for the officer down.
This is the final call from Master Trooper James R. Bailey, 2228, 1042.